All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is May 22nd, 2023. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Ready to rock and roll, get back at it again this week. So, as always, if you're new, it's going to go something like this. I'm going to start off with the market bias, take a look at the SPY and the Qs, determine which way we think the markets are heading today. After that, we will take a look at the favorites list on the right-hand side of the screen right there. Once we review this list, it will be time to start trading. So that is what we will do. As always, make sure you guys are practicing that proper money management. This is not an easy business. You're not going to earn while you learn or get rich quick. So make sure you're putting in the work, doing it the right way. So if you have trouble with money management or building a trading plan or any of that stuff, make sure you join the Lang Trading Discord. Link is in the description below, and it is free to join. So if you have questions about anything trading related, really, hop in there. I am in the voice channel every day from 11 to 1 Eastern time. So come check it out. Free to join. And with that, let's get into it. Good morning, Casey. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you had an awesome weekend, my man. All right. So SPY flat open, Q's flat open. So at the moment, I am leaning towards the bullish side. See, we had this big run up, and then we had a nice little consolidation, little rest day on Friday. You can see if we get over the 419 area on the SPY, we do have some room to run up. So I'm going to be bullish unless we get under 417. If we get under the yesterday's low and drop, then I will have a bearish bias. But at the moment, currently, I do have a bullish bias leaning towards the long side. Yeah, so I think these markets, this is a pretty smooth move up. It's not super extended. It's not any wide range bars. This is just a consistent, solid move up, especially on this hourly chart. This is a very smooth trend. So I can definitely see us continuing higher today. So going in with the bullish bias. All right, let's take a look at the list today. A few good ideas. There's not a whole lot, but there's a few ones. This first one, PDC, is pretty nice, actually. PDC Energy. Gapping up over multiple red bars, over pivots. It is just under this 7150 area, so I'd like to see it get over there before I'm into it. It does have the range to do it. Average day is about $2.30, so it has about 90 cents to get to that resistance. So should have room to run over the 7150 area on PDCE. Next up, we got Tesla, the Teslanator, everybody's favorite stock. Tesla gapping up, not very much, but you look at this hourly chart. Gets over yesterday's high. It still has that void to run into. So I do like Tesla. I think this thing could run today, especially if the markets end up going higher. I want to keep an eye on the Tesla. Next up, DraftKings, DKNG. So DraftKings gapping up a little bit. I'm going to need this one to be over like that $25 area as well. So you got this little pivot up here right at 25. So I'd like to see it over that area. 25.34, I guess, is technically the exact pivot, but you guys know resistance is an area. So over the $25 mark, keep an eye on the DKNG DraftKings. All right, next up we got Microsoft. So Microsoft, basically a flat open, but you look at this hourly chart, it looks pretty smooth, guys. I do like this. Grinding higher, just higher highs, higher lows. Got a little bit of a flat top up here, kind of a bull flag pattern forming. So Microsoft over 319, I do like it. I'm going to keep an eye on it, okay? Next up, first short idea on the list is Nike. So Nike, gap down on Friday, kind of put in a doji bar. Now it's gapping under that doji bar. So we still are right at that 200 period moving average, flat 200. So we are going to need to work our way through that. But if we get into that 113 area and get going, keep an eye on this thing. It does about $2.40 on average per day. So we should have room down to this 111, maybe even 110 area. So keep an eye on the Nike short. How are you doing, Sharon? Good morning, my man. Good morning. Yeah, if you guys have any stocks on your list or that you want me to check out or something that you're keeping an eye on, make sure you throw that up in the chat log and I will get right to it. Next idea on the list is this Foot Locker FL. So this thing got a real nasty big gap down, like 27%. Now it's gapping under that. So gap down right at support, kind of sat on that support area. Now we're gapping down again. So I am a little bit hesitant on this because it is just, it's extended, guys. We're down 30% now in like 3 days. So be mindful of that extension, but It is gapping under some resistance under this pivot right here, so keep an eye on it. You're looking at gold, and you're looking at bank stocks. All right, let me go through this list real fast, and I'll get right on those. All right, guys. So next up, we got plug, kind of a mediocre gap, gapping up just a little bit. It isn't a major downtrend, so this is really not my favorite idea. This NSC gapping up, I do like it, although it's doing very low volume. So I like this one. You might have room to run it up to like the 230 area, but be mindful. We're going to need to see some volume coming into this thing. Otherwise, though, it is a nice gap. Easy room up to that 230 spot. Keep an eye on it. Next up, JPM. So this is one of those banking stocks that we're talking about there, Toribio. And I think the banking sector could definitely go higher today. We got a couple stocks gapping up. JPM is probably my favorite idea. BAC's minor gap up. The Wells Fargo, another one. I mean, they all got, if they get over the highs, they could definitely run. I think JPM has the best chance of that because, well, it is over that high. It's gapping up right now. So, yeah, I definitely think the finance, the banking sector could be on the move today. I haven't checked what's the ETF looking like here. So, yeah, it's not bad. It's looking like it could run. We'll see about it. But, yeah, JPM is my favorite bank idea. It is gapping up over that little red bar. Should have room to at least 143-ish, maybe more. So keep an eye on that thing. Last idea from my list is RCL. So another one, pretty low volume, pretty spotty and dotty. So you're going to need to see some volume come to this thing, but it has been strong. It is trading into a void. So I do like that. It has this flat top up here at like 80 bucks. So if we get over the $80 area, keep an eye on the RCL. And you're looking at gold sharing. Let's check out gold. What's gold up to today? Gold's kind of bouncing at this support area like 1950. I don't really have much of an opinion on gold. I'm not gonna lie. I know you guys think as a trader you got to know where everything's going, but was that a new feature they added? Chart syncing. How about that, guys? Look at that. Is that brand new? Look at that. Wow. Trading View just doesn't stop with the features, man. Yeah, but gold, like I said, if it holds the support at like 1950, it could bounce a little bit, but yeah, not much of an opinion on gold, guys. If I knew where every stock was going, if I knew where every chart was going, well, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. I'd be had Jeff Bezos shining my shoes. So, not much of an opinion on gold. Like I said, it is at a little bit of support in that 1950 area. So maybe you watch for a bounce. Maybe you try to short it under that area. But and also, I'm not sure if you're going bearish on gold. Well, I mean, yeah, if it gets under 1950, definitely looking bearish. So, yeah, not a bad place to be. I would wait for the 1950 area though. That's what I would if I was trading. That's probably what I would do. All right, and then market is open, guys. Market is open. All right, let's get to it. I feel like it's gonna be a good day. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's gonna be a good day. All right, so SPY is moving up a little bit early. So yeah, over the 419 area on SPY. This thing has some room to run at least to 420, probably more like 420.50 or so. So yeah, you're awesome, man. I appreciate you asking the question. All right, so Tesla's pulling in a little bit. DraftKings pulling in here. The PDCE not looking too bad. Again, this thing, I really wanted over that resistance before I'm into it. So just stay patient on that one. DraftKings is actually looking pretty good. Microsoft is chopping around a little bit. Guys, Nike's looking lower. I like what Nike's doing early. So keep an eye on that thing. It's looking really weak. SPY and Q's both pretty choppy. Looking a little bit strong to, not the Q's actually. Big old engulfing bar on the NASDAQ. So a little bit of choppy open here. Plug, man, I really don't like Plug, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This one's like my least favorite idea of the list. NSC is kind of hanging out. Because JPM is going to be one of my top ideas, actually. I do like this JPM. Should have, like I said, easy room up to like 142, 143-ish. So keep an eye on that. And then the RCL. Guys, RCL is looking all right as well. So keep an eye on this RCL. Tesla's moving up. Microsoft moving up as well now. So we're getting a little bit of strength out of some of the big caps. Right. Yeah. Tesla's over that 182 area. So look for a position on Tesla, guys. I'm liking what this is doing so far. It should have room up to at least 184. That's where we're getting a lot of junk right here. I mean, this thing could rip to 190. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But at least 184 is the first target there. So keep an eye on the Tesla, guys. I do like that. Tesla's looking good. Microsoft's doing okay. Nothing special, but you definitely can keep an eye on it. Putting a big old bottoming tail up there, topping tail, I mean. All right. So Tesla's my top watch at the moment. Qs are they're looking higher now. Actually, just put in a bear sandwich. So green bar engulfed by a red bar, engulfed by a green bar. It's a bear sandwich, which is a bullish move, or which it increases the odds of a bullish move. Per se, it's not a bullish move. Nothing's guaranteed, but you get a bear sandwich like that, it usually means bullishness is on the way. So, yeah, markets are looking higher right now. SPY's at high today. Qs are at high today. Tesla's looking good, guys. Nike's looking real weak. I like what Nike's doing here. It's not going to give us not going to give us that entry. So if we can get a little breakdown, maybe a sell setup on Nike, keep an eye on it. But it's looking really weak off the open, so I might not be able to trade that. Foot Locker's moving up a little bit. I didn't have any ideas on my backup list really. Microsoft was the only thing. Actually, I had ICPT, yeah. So nothing on the backup list to even consider. So we're just watching the Tesla. There goes Microsoft. Microsoft's looking good up here. So keep an eye on this thing. I do like that. DraftKings. And DraftKings is still under that. Is it under resistance? Actually, DraftKings is like. You could take DraftKings over high today. You are at. Be mindful of the pivot up there, guys. 25.34. Be mindful of that pivot if you're going over high today. I'd probably hold off on that just because, I mean, you still got range. You still got quite a bit of range. So I'm not going to be rushing into the DKNG here. You're looking at ACAD, Casey. Let me go through this list real fast so I make sure I don't miss anything. Guys, Tesla's my top watch, though. I really do like this Tesla. I don't want to see it go any higher right here. I need to see some rest. We need some consolidation. Not that chart. Oops. So it's not going to give us that right now, but keep an eye on the Tesla. DraftKings needs a little bit more work because Microsoft looks good too. Microsoft is ready for a pattern. Here's what we're looking for on Nike. It's already had a decent sized day, but keep an eye on this thing for a sell setup potentially. It's super weak. I mean, markets are high today, and this thing is just dropping. So keep an eye on the Nike for some sort of sell setup there. Foot Locker's looking weak. Guys, keep an eye on that Foot Locker actually. You could go low the day by high today if you really wanted. You could do that. This JPN's not looking too bad. NSC is looking bad. Okay, so JPM's really the only thing that I'm watching on that backup list there. All right, guys, there goes DKNG. There goes DraftKings. Keep an eye on it for a pattern up here. I like what it's doing. Let me check out ACAD real fast, KT. ACAD 2450. We're getting it up here. A little bit extended on this move up. Stop at 2246. So you don't have a whole lot of protection here. I guess you do. You got a couple pivots right there, just under 2250. And then your target at 28. So your target is a little bit up there. You're going to need quite the move out of this thing, right at a double top. So it gets up in this $26, $27 area. The air is going to start getting a little bit thin, guys. So be careful. But definitely a stronger stock, guys. DKNG is ripping here. I like what it's doing. Nike as well. Nike putting in that self setup. Kind of almost missed that. $1.14. Yeah, you can keep an eye on the Nike. That really wasn't a bad sell setup, guys. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, markets are ripping higher, so going short right now is a little bit aggressive. No doubt about it. Mainly watching this PDCE is not looking great. It's really struggling. I'm gonna need this thing, like I said, over 71.50, so it has some work to do. Still watching the JPM. Tesla's one of my top watches as well. I really like what Tesla's doing here. And then DraftKings. Guys, DraftKings, any sort of pattern on DraftKings at this point is definitely tradable. Keep an eye on it. Keep a sharp eye on the DraftKings. Microsoft chopping around up here a little bit. So we can watch this one as well. Man, somebody had a big order at 320. You see that big topping tail? Just peekabooed over 320 and came right back down. Big volume too. It's some institutional size money right at 320. Somebody's selling that thing. Some hedge fund manager somewhere is saying, "Hey, get me out at 320," and that's what they're doing. So we'll see. All right. Microsoft moving up. DraftKings hanging out. Guys, markets are ripping here. Markets are ripping. SPY and Qs both making some big moves higher. Like I said, I like Tesla quite a bit. DraftKings kind of peekabooed over that resistance. Now it's pulling back. Microsoft's doing a good job. All right. You can keep an eye on the JPN, Foot Locker, maybe. All right. Get those notifications out of here. All right. So you're looking at IQV, Casey. There's that Nike, guys. I probably would have gave it like a dollar stop loss, honestly. I probably would have gave it $1, but let me check out IQV for you real fast, Casey. Tesla's pulling in a little bit. Keep an eye on that. IQV going long at $20. Is the right stock? Oh, long at 200, I imagine. Long at 200. Stop at 195. So a decent little stop. Not a whole lot of room. Average day is $5, so you only have like an average day's worth of protection. Your target's up to the 208, right at that 200 period moving average, right at that pivot. Probably a good spot. This might get a little bit of resistance up here once you get to that 205 to 207 area, but not bad. It is in a bit of a downtrend, some lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, so be mindful of that, but not too bad. The SPY and Q still looking higher. Both of them still looking higher. Tesla, I really do like this Tesla, like I said. We'll see a little bit more rest. I want to see a little bit of a better pattern on there. Microsoft, and all three of these first ideas, I guess not PDC, these three of the first four looking good. Guys, Nike, interesting as well, right at the low of the day. Right at the low of the day. Keep an eye on this Nike, guys. Give it like a dollar stop loss, right under 111. ICPT getting weak, it looks like. We'll put that on my list here. Yeah, so watch ICPT under resistance. Still not a ton of range left, but we can keep an eye on this thing. It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad in the ICPT. God, there goes Tesla, some bitch. There's a Tesla. Yeah, really, there. I mean, that's not a good buy set, guys. There's no. I mean, it retraced like 20%. So, yeah, not for me. I'm gonna wait. And look what it's doing, putting a big old topping tail. Microsoft's still looking real nice. What's some of these? Oh, you're looking at the Euro USD? Let me check it out real fast. Bouncing that support. Are you looking on like a daily chart, or are you trying to day trade this? Another one, I mean, it's right at like a 50% retracement. See there. Uh, so maybe it bounces in a little bit of support, but I'm not sure if you're trying to like swing trade it or what there. But yeah, definitely in a bit of an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher high. So I might be putting in a higher low right now. But guys, DK and G putting a nasty red bar. Getting some topping tails up here. Markets are up quite a bit too. Markets are up pretty decent amount to start the day. I mean, we've ripped pretty good here. So a little bit of consolidation and rest would not be a surprise. Right up into this resistance from Friday as well. So stay patient. You don't need to rush into anything. It's only 13 minutes into the day. Market's only been open for 13 minutes. So we got plenty of time. SPR, Casey. Give me 1 second here. Has Microsoft looking good. I like Microsoft quite a bit, actually. This is probably my favorite idea. Microsoft's looking good. You can watch Foot Locker under low of the day as well. Foot Locker under low of the day. Keep an eye on that. JPM's kind of struggling here. ICPT's bouncing back up, so Microsoft's not getting any rest in it. Man, look at Tesla. Big old topping tail engulfed. Nice. We love to see that. We love to see that. I need some more rest out of Tesla. I don't like how much it's moved up here. I want to see it come back and retest some VWAP for me. That'd be lovely. We'll see if we get that opportunity, though. I guess I can check SPR for you, Katie. SPR, you're going long on this. This is another one in a bit of a downtrend here. Maybe like a stage one, early stage one. Yeah, I guess that's a stage one. So you're going long here. 2560 by 2517. So you got a real tight. So this is almost like a day trade. This is pretty tight. Something like the 15 minute, actually, I see what you're looking at. A little breakout right here, 2560 by 2517. Trying to get to 2640. So just up here. It's not bad. If you get over 26, you should be all right. It is doing pretty thin volume, not a whole lot of shares, so be mindful of that. But yeah, not a bad idea there. Well, I guess it's for the day trade. So for day trade purposes, not bad. If you were taking this, trying to run it up to like the 29 or 30 bucks, that would be a different story. But I think you might be able to scalp 2640 out of that. Well, that's 5 minutes or 15 into the day, guys. So we're getting rid of that 1 minute or 5 minute chart. We're now trading specifically the 5 minute. 5 minutes looking good on SPR. So we'll see. If the only thing that you have to worry about is that volume, really. Tesla just keeps grinding up. Man, look at DraftKings. Just peekabooed over that resistance and rolled over. That's why I like to wait for resistance. That's why I was not trying to rush into that thing under that resistance spot. Stay patient with those things. Guys, Nike. You get a 77-cent stop on Nike. Keep an eye on this thing. Don't want to see it go above that VWAP really, but watch Nike short. Foot Locker's putting in a little support there. You can keep an eye on ICPT, I suppose. Same with Plug. Plug isn't terrible. Yeah, a decent little breakout right there. Actually, 12 cents. Oof, that's tight. But you can keep an eye on Plug, I suppose. Just under that resistance at 820. So yeah, keep an eye on the PLUG. Should have room to run a little bit up to like 880. Not the world's worst idea. Doesn't look like Tesla's going to give us a chance here. This thing just keeps ripping, man. Just keeps ripping. The banking sector is tanking, is it? Yeah, JPM is struggling. JPM is struggling. XLF, yeah. I'm getting some red bars. They're still got support though. We haven't broken support on any of these things yet. A little bit of support there. Considering how strong the market is though, yeah, banking sector is not looking good. And markets have ripped and that thing just kind of chopped around. So, guys, Microsoft's looking interesting. Microsoft over high today, over 321. I'd give like a dollar stop. This thing was only done $3. Average day is 550. So plenty of range left on the Microsoft. Plenty of range there. Still keeping an eye on the Nike short. Still watching this Nike short. It would be 111.01. I'd probably give it. This thing has what 80 to 40. It's about 60 cents of range left. So this thing has some decent range left on Nike, so you can keep an eye on that. Put plug up here on this list because this PDCE is just really struggling. It doesn't look like it's going to get over that resistance area. Plug has a chance to give us a pattern up here too, so keep an eye on the plug. A lot of range left too. Will be support at BAC. Let's take a look. God damn, we gotta not get any rest on these things, guys. I want to keep an eye on that plug actually. Plug is a little bit interesting. You see BAC has support on this hourly chart right at $28. 15-minute too, kind of double bottomed right here. So $28 would be the support there. As far as trade to get in, I mean, that comes down to your trading plan, how you want to approach it. For me, I wouldn't trade anything at the moment on BAC. Guys, plug. Look at this thing. 21-cent stop loss over high today. A little bit interesting here. 824. Was it 803? Keep an eye on this plug. It's probably my favorite idea. You're welcome, man. And I'll look at that KRYS in a second, Casey. Oh shit! I'm gonna get a limit order on plug. I do like that. I do like the plug. So we'll see if we get filled on plug. Just put that order in there. 8.24 by 8.03, and we did get filled. Came back, got us. So we are in the plug. I like this little 5-minute breakout right there. Like I said, getting over this resistance. My biggest concern was the downtrend. It is in a pretty good downtrend, but I think we can at least get to where's that target? 845. So 850, I think, is definitely in the works here. That's where that previous support was at. So let's see if we can't run up plug to that area. Tesla and Microsoft just ripping. No entries on either one of these. No entries for me on either one of these things. DraftKings still looking interesting over high today. Tesla, yeah, Tesla just ripping, man. Just ripping. Microsoft, same thing, just straight green bars. Whew. All right, top on AMD. Let's check out AMD. So AMD's looking a little bit stronger. Are you trying to day trade this, swing trade it? What's your kind of expectation with this thing? Right now, right now you're in a little bit of thick. You got resistance right up here, like 106 to 106.50. You got the support that you just put in there, so it's in a little bit of a tough spot at the moment. It's a little bit extended on this daily chart as well. So, I don't know. Were you trying to swing trade it, Diana? Or were you trying to day trade it? Or maybe you're investing in it. I don't know. Maybe it's a core trade. You're going to hold it for a couple of years. Plug kind of chopping around to start off here. I'm going to go ahead and raise. Stops at 803 right now. I'm going to go ahead and raise this to 808. We'll go ahead and raise this stop up a little bit to 808. Just under this little pivot right there. So not a full risk. What was it? It was 21. So now it is 16. So yeah, I got some protection on the plug, so it will not be a full loss if it does tag us out. Your swing trading AMD. Yeah. Let's see, guys. I like DKNG still quite a bit. Keep an eye on that one. Over high today. It's making a nice strong move. We get a little bit of consolidation up there. I would probably be in that. AMD for the swing. Yeah, AMD is just a little bit extended on this swing. You're going to need a consolidation. I mean, this thing is ripped 24% in like 3 weeks. So 2 weeks, actually, just a little less. So a little bit extended on that one. Might wait for some sort of consolidation, either a correction through price where it pulls back to like maybe 100 and then goes, or maybe it just consolidates right here and you get it over 108 in like a week or so. Looking at KRYS, Casey, let me check it out. Is DKNG still interesting? Microsoft needs to give us some sort of rest. Same with Tesla. Nike ended up bouncing pretty good. KRYS. Ooh, this is not bad. Daily chart getting in over one. Ooh, okay, never mind. This is pretty extended. This is a little bit up there. Getting in at 110 all the way up here. I mean, so what? Oh, you gotta stop. You gotta watch. This is more one of your core trades, isn't it, Casey? Yeah, it's saying you're gonna be in this one for a little while, aren't you? Target up at 126. Yeah, but I mean, your stop's all the way down here at $80. So if it tags you out, it's not going to work. So you probably will have a chance to add and reduce on that. But yeah, right, getting in at 110 it's definitely extended up there, man. Definitely a little extended. Enter DAC at 128.18. Well, as long as you got a stop loss and you're managing your risk, you can enter it anywhere you want. It's not a bad spot. I mean, it's bouncing right at support, right in that 21 or 28.20 area. So definitely could bounce, but yeah, as long as you got your stop loss in there and you know what your risk is, a-okay with me. Guys, plug is doing a decent job trying to push back up here. Tesla, I still like this Tesla. I do like Tesla still. I need a good pattern out of it though. I'm not just gonna hop in over high today or hop in on some mediocre buy setup. SPY and Qs. So Qs are still looking strong. SPY's pulling in a little bit here. Keep an eye on this DKNG. Probably give it, I don't know, 40 cents or so. It's right at its average trading range. I mean, this thing has a 0.3 average trading range ratio, so it does do some decent sized days. That's probably my top watch right now, the DKNG. DKNG is my top watch at the moment. And I don't see a whole lot else right now. So we are in plug. It's looking pretty good actually. We don't need a whole lot out of that thing. We need 845, so we need like a 20-cent move out of that. So really easy within range move on the plug. So hopefully that thing keeps it going. As DraftKings getting very interesting. Might just give it VWAP as a stop. Thinking about getting it over high today. Give it 40 cents. Keep an eye on the DraftKings. I would really like it to come up here and not go any higher. If it hangs out right here for another couple minutes, I'm gonna be in that thing. So hopefully it doesn't go too much higher. I'm gonna get an order ready on DraftKings, guys. Right now, I don't want to see it go any higher. Don't want to see it go not a penny higher on DraftKings. All right, so it'd be 27, 25, 47. Probably give it a. It's gonna go. Son of a gun. Well, it is what it is, guys. I'm really not worried about that. This is not a great pattern. Still watching the Tesla, still watching the plug, or not plug, we're in plug, Microsoft, my bad. Plugs, it's doing okay. Putting in another pattern up here at 827. Guys, SPY is really looking weak right now. Almost completely retraced that move we had this morning. So we ran all the way up to over 420, and now we're all the way back down to 419. So quite the bearish move on the SPY. I guess it's coming into some support. It could definitely bounce. So don't count it out just yet. But compared to the Qs, compared to what the Nasdaq's doing, this is SPY's looking weak. So I'm gonna stay patient. We're not rushing anything else right now. Still got my eyes on Tesla. Tesla still has a good range. See, average day on this is 816. It's only done 529 today, so got range left on Tesla. Got some range on Tesla. Microsoft, same thing. Still got range. We're about to get into Microsoft up here at 322. Might be a little bit careful with this. This is up 5 days in a row. So your stop loss at 314. You don't have a whole lot of protection on that thing either. Target of 336. You're asking this to do a big move, man. You're really expecting the markets to continue to just rip higher. I mean, Microsoft and the Qs they're going to do the same thing, at least somewhat, you know. So, I mean, we're up quite a bit right here. So I would maybe expect a little bit of a pullback before we rip higher. 336 is up there a little ways too. So just be careful. As long as you're managing your risk, you know what you're doing, Casey. I trust you. So Microsoft getting a nice. This is a healthy pullback right now, guys. This is a pretty healthy pullback. If it comes down to this 320 area, maybe retest the VWAP, I will be looking for a buy setup on Microsoft. So keep that in mind. Same with Tesla. Tesla buy setup is definitely something I'm watching. If DKNG gives us another entry, I will consider this as well. It does have that range concern. It's already exceeded its average trading range, but this thing does some pretty good moves, and I like where it's at on the daily chart into a nice big void, so it shouldn't have too much resistance up there. Otherwise, don't see a whole lot else. Watching that Tesla and Microsoft buy setups. Like I said, really like to see Tesla retrace a little bit more than that. A little bit more would be nice. Maybe just even peekaboo, just touch the VWAP. Oh yeah, baby, like it's doing right now. Give Tesla like $2. You got shoot. Okay, yeah, guys, I like Tesla quite a bit. We're only 30 seconds into this bar though, so be patient. But if this 5-minute bar completes itself right here, watch Tesla $2 stop. I'm probably gonna be into that thing. DraftKings still looking higher, looking good. The plug is doing all right as well. Plug's not doing too bad. So right now we have 16-cent stop. I might be tightening it up a little bit. We'll see about plug. I might tighten that up to 13 cents here in just a few minutes. So keep that in the back of your mind. Guys, Foot Locker looking weak. Still got room to drop too. So not getting in right here. We're like 5, 6 red bars down on the 1 minute. So we're gonna need to see a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a rest. But if we do get that, keep an eye on that Foot Locker. 40-cent stop loss. Oh, this thing has plenty of range too, guys. So yeah, watch. Ow, son of a gun. Foot Locker is hard to borrow. Didn't even. Oh man, that's annoying. So probably not gonna be able to trade Foot Locker, guys. Foot Locker is hard to borrow. That means we're probably not gonna be able to find shares of that thing to short. So, although it looks nice, might drop under that $29 area. We're probably not gonna be able to trade that. And Tesla's looking juicy. Tesla's looking juicy, guys. I want this thing just to give me a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes there on Tesla. And SPY's still pulling in right here. SPY's still dropping a little bit, so it's looking a little more weak. Qs are pretty strong. SPY's coming into this support area right here, like 418, 419 area. So we'll see if we get some sort of bounce. But look at this. That's a pretty weak move. Strong move up and then just grind all the way back down. So the markets are in a bit of an odd spot. Showing some good relative strength on Tesla and Microsoft, though. And they're not pulling back with the SPY. Although, like I said, we do have that divergence. The Qs are still up near high of the day. Still up near high of the day on the Qs. And plug's not looking as good as it was a minute ago. So hopefully we hold that VWAP and get back over high of the day. Tesla's still looking interesting. 184.11 be by like 182.11. That $2 stop loss is what I'm looking at on Tesla. Like I said, I really would like if it just came down, put in a bottoming tail, man. Retest that 183 with a bottoming tail. That would solidify this buy setup. Oh man. All right. So yeah, I'm about to get my order ready on Tesla. Actually, we got one more minute before that 5-minute bar completes. One more minute on the Tesla bar. Right up in that resistance. All right. 184.11. $2 stop loss. So 182.11. Target 186.11. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we go. All right. I got the order ready for Tesla. Not in there just yet. Probably about to send the order though, actually. Markets are getting to an area where they should bounce. I think SPY is due for a bounce. Q's kind of hanging out still. All right, guys. Order's in there on Tesla. Order is in there on Tesla. 184.11 by 182.11. Bam. Sent. All right. Still watching the Microsoft as well. This buy setup's not looking too bad either, but our plug's still hanging out, still doing a pretty decent job right here. Pretty solid job on the plug, man. So I am going to go ahead and raise this stop to 8.11. Oh, we are in the Tesla, guys. We are in Tesla. We are in the Tesla-nator. So what is our risk on this plug? So we got about 0.62 R risk. 0.62. So a little less than 2/3 R risk on the plug. It's looking pretty solid too. So got a little bit of slippage on the Tesla. Not too bad. So we got $2 stop loss. Guys, I'm probably going to raise this up just under this whole number. So like $1.70, so 182.41. Got $1.70 on 2, so 0.85 R risk on the Tesla. But I'm a little bit worried that I was a bit aggressive on the Tesla. Like I said, I would have liked to see it test 183, but also I didn't want to miss it. I had a little bit of FOMO on that, so we'll see if it bites me. But overall, I still do like the trade. Still do like that Tesla trade. I'm impressed with how choppy the markets have been, guys. I thought, wow, nice bullish move. It might be a good day. Might get a nice long move, get some good long trades. But damn, just absolutely rolled over. Qs are having a healthy pullback. Qs are pulling back very consistently, very smoothly, right to VWAP. DraftKings is looking good still. DraftKings on the move. The Microsoft buy setup's getting a little bit more interesting here. A little more interesting on the Microsoft buy setup. Like $1.50 on that stop loss. You have exactly $1.50 range left, so keep an eye on that thing. Nike is hanging out. Foot Locker, damn! I wish we could have shorted Foot Locker. Look at Foot Locker under 29.05. That thing is beautiful, but it's hard to borrow, so would not have been able to get shares. Banking sector still moving down a little bit. How's that BHC doing for you, my man? The BHC dropping a little bit. If it gets under 28, that's probably where you want your stop at. If it gets under 28, there's no reason to stay long on that. What is that? Damn, Tesla! What in the hell? Look, guys, look at the markets. My goodness, what just happened? What just happened in the markets? I thought we had something going there. But God dang. It's dropping like a rock. I thought we'd hold up a support. Was really expecting to bounce on the spies. So Tesla trailed out. That was quick. I would have guessed almost a 0.9R risk. Yeah, not the best, man. Damn. Yeah, I should have waited on this one. I should have waited on the Tesla. DraftKings pulling in a little bit. Microsoft's still looking a bit interesting here. Like where it's pulled at now, especially if it's in like some sort of bottoming tail right here. $1.50 stop still looking like a viable trade there. Big plugs pulling in with a big topping tail. Oof. Getting real close on the plug, man. That thing held like a hair in a biscuit. So hopefully we get back over high today. Yeah, guys, this move, this really surprised me. I did not expect the SPY after such a strong start to the day. I really did not expect the SPY to absolutely roll over like it did. I guess still watching that Microsoft, like I said. Still keeping an eye on the Microsoft. And Tesla really just shook the tree, didn't it? It didn't even hit my original stop either. Son of a gun. Well, hopefully Tesla just drops so I don't have to watch it just tag me out and work. That'd be unfortunate. But guys, Microsoft, keep an eye on this Microsoft buy setup. $1.50. It's going right here. 320.77. What was it? More 319.26. All right. Guys, I'm thinking about getting in this Microsoft still. What was it? 3. Might try to bid for the Microsoft. This buy setup's looking not too bad. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and bid for it here. 320.77 by 319.77. We are in there. What just happened? Why did I get all these orders? That's weird. Did that feel right? 6. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Microsoft, we're in there. Microsoft in. Just a little bit of a weird. There we go. 320.77 by 319.27. Bam. Microsoft. In there like swimwear. So, I'm going to go ahead and raise this stop up just a little bit. 47. 1947, just under that pivot right there. Just under that pivot, get a little bit of protection. Yeah, SPY and Q's both with a nice big engulfing bar. So I'm not sold on the bullishness, guys. I really are not bearishness. I don't know about that. I think this moot market still has some strength in it. Came down here, retested that support, and now we're bouncing pretty good. So I think we could definitely keep it going. Still leaning to the long side. Have not broken that resistance yet, or support. If we get under that support, then yeah, we might be in for it. But I like the bullishness of this market still. This plug, that thing held on like oh my goodness, 1 penny. So if we break out over high of the day there, that'd be lovely. And Tesla still hanging out. Yeah, I should have been in this, guys. This was too aggressive. I knew it when I was doing it. That buy setup was just too aggressive. Too aggressive. Needed more of a pullback, more of a rest. Just peekabooed and tagged. So, as DraftKings, you can watch DraftKings. I don't love it. I don't love it. I mean, if you get a really great pattern up here, I might consider it. But at the moment, hands off. You're looking at Wolf, Casey. Let me check that out. Guys, Nike, we can watch for a Nike short under low of the day. Under that 111 area, still interesting. The sell setup wasn't horrible. Bank's still moving a little lower. And this RCL, that's real thin actually. I was about to say RCL over high today, but it really is not doing a whole lot of volume, so be careful with that. Let me check out Wolf, Casey. So you're on long here. Long 45.50. Stop loss 41.80. So stop loss right up in here. Target 48.50. It's pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. 45.50. Your target's in a pretty solid spot right where these hourly pivots are. Yeah, you could definitely have room. You might have a little bit of you see this consolidation at 46. So you might have a little bit of junk there, but if you get over that, 48 should definitely be in the works. Not too bad. All right, guys. So SPY just massive engulfing bar. Same on the Qs. Plug still doing okay. Man, this thing just needs a pop over high of the day. Get over that high of the day. Still got a little bit of resistance right here. You see this little minor pivot at like 825-ish. So we get over that, should be good to go. Man, it looks like Tesla's gonna have tagged me out. Shouldn't have been that aggressive with it, I suppose. I mean, this thing had $3 of range left. I could have gave this a much wider stop. Like I mean, yeah, that was not my best move on the Tesla, but it is what it is. Still watching DKNG over high today. Microsoft still doing okay. Still doing all right on the Microsoft. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot else right here. Not a whole lot else. We're in Microsoft. We are in plug. We got shaking out of Tesla. So 3 trades today. It is 45 minutes in the day. Quite a little bit of an active day. 3 trades in the first 45 is it's moving a little bit. And Tesla's really, this thing's gonna irk me because I could definitely see this finishing the day like 187. No, I just managed it real poorly. If I wanted to be that aggressive, I mean, the pattern was there, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna be that aggressive, you got to give it the wider stop. You got to give it a little bit more room. Just Yeah, should have gave it some more room there on the Tesla, but like I said, it is what it is. You live and you learn. Guys, plug doing what we need to do. There we go, breaking out. So we need 845 for full target on plug. 845 full target there. Man, that thing came down. My stop was at 811. It came down to 812 and now ripped all the way back up. So hopefully it keeps that trend going. Microsoft's getting a little bit not liking Microsoft as much. This is very actually. I didn't realize how correlated this is to the Qs, man. It's like lock in step with the Nasdaq. So basically, trading Microsoft like this is basically trading the Qs. It's essentially what you're doing. You see how similar this is? I mean, yeah. So it doesn't have a whole lot of relative strength. Not a whole lot of relative strength on the Microsoft. God, Tesla's really going to go, isn't it? I'm a little bit tempted to get back in Tesla. $2 stop's looking a little more juicy here. What's my risk? I gotta see what my risk is right now. So I'm at 8.8. What are we at with plug? Plug, we have a 13-cent stop. So yeah, we got 0.62 open there. Plus all right, so 1.4 there. What do we got open on Tesla or Microsoft? I mean, this thing was $1.50. Now we are at $1.32. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the Tesla for now, man. That's gonna put me over my max risk if I get into that thing and then ends up losing. That's gonna put me over my max risk for the day, so I'm gonna hold off. You gotta respect that money management. I'm gonna need to race and stop on plug or Microsoft if I want to get into something else here. God, I'm irked with how I traded Tesla, guys. I really should have done a better job here. Should not have been shaken out of this thing. It didn't even go full stop. I mean, didn't even hit my full stop. Should have gave it at least that whole number of 182. Maybe like 250 on the stop loss. You need barely over high of the day. I mean, you need like, yeah. Man, that one's gonna irk me, isn't it? Oh man, that's yeah, it's like if this thing actually goes and hits target like up here at like 187, 186 ish, that'll be like a 1.75 R difference. It's not just you're not just tagged out. You're tagged out, and then you got to add in that opportunity cost of what would have happened if you traded it right and it worked. So we'll see. Because DKNG is getting a lot more interesting up here. Maybe the team doesn't have a whole lot of room, guys. $1 a day is $1.30, $1.20. So I mean, it does do them. It does have some decent sized days in it. So if I go with 40-cent stop is a little much. And I'm gonna keep an eye on DKNG. Again, though, like I said earlier, I'm gonna need to race and stops on Microsoft or Plug before I'm into this because I mean, max risk, max money management comes before all else. Money management is your number one job. Number one job. Don't forget it. Are you looking at DKNG on the daily? So there it goes. I don't know if it has another 40 cents in it. We'll see. If you can get to 26. You're gonna need over 26 though if I had that stop, so maybe it's got that in there. You're looking at DKNG up at 26, okay. Stop loss at 22.78. So about to say you're getting a little bit extended up here, but you do have a safe stop loss. So if it does end up rolling over and tagging you out, it's probably not going to work. target of 31. Your target's a little bit up there too. I mean, it is breaking out over this range. In that stage one, it's in that early stage two. So I mean, this thing could get going for sure. So 31 is not super far away, but yeah, you are a little bit extended up here. You got three pretty decent sized days, but like I said, you have a safe stop. So you should be good. Oh man, God, dude, the Microsoft is so similar to the Qs. Like I said, the lock and step, man. Oops, it is identical right now. Absolutely identical. Look at it. Look at it. This is the dark one is the Microsoft. The lighter one is the Nasdaq. It is the exact same chart basically. If you want to see a little more strength, hopefully Microsoft starts showing some strength, or maybe the markets just end up going higher. We'll see. But yeah, I do. Like I said earlier, I do still have some confidence in my bullish bias. So I mean, even though we had a nasty pullback, nasty sell off on the SPY, look at that volume spike right there. Big old red bar completely engulfed by this green bar. So if we get under this low, that will be a very bearish move. I would be surprised. We might have set the low for the day with that big engulfing bar right there. I mean, that's massive volume. So we'll see if we grind higher. We'll see about it. Plug's still doing okay. We need another 10 cents out of plug for full target. I really would like to raise my stop on this. I don't want to be too aggressive. Don't want to be too aggressive and get tagged out. I'm gonna go at least to 812. You're gonna at least that pivot. Might be raising it up to like this 817 to 20 area if we get a little bit more move out of this thing. A little bit more of a move out of the plug, and I'm there. Microsoft's trying to put in a bottoming tail. Man, Microsoft's looking a little bit weaker than the Qs now. Qs are putting in the tail and the green bar. Microsoft's just putting in the tail, so we'll see. There's Tesla. So this thing is really gonna go, isn't it? Yeah, I should have done a better job managing that Tesla trade. Knowing how aggressive it was, I should have done a better job. Did you guys trade anything today? Any open positions? Said you had that BAC Berlino. Look at that. Nice big engulfing bar. Held that support area. Held that support. So this could have some move up in it. Like I said, if it gets under 28, that's where the stop would probably be. I mean, under 28, there's no reason to be in that thing. But right now, where it's at, it does look like it's trying to go higher. Get over that VWAP, we might have to push up there. Still in the AMD. What did you? I forgot. Did you say AMD was a swing trade or a day trade? I can't remember. Was it swing or day? I mean, AMD's. This is one of the stronger moves out there. Actually, one of the stronger stocks. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's all dependent on upon your plan. Like, what is your target? What is your expectation? Like, a day trade. When did you get in this thing? 34 minutes ago. So you got in 8:48. And so you got in a pretty good spot right around here. So I mean, you're up quite a bit. You're up, especially this 15 minutes looking pretty extended. Like I said, it depends on your target. Are you trying to get like 3R out of this? You're trying to get 1R out of it? Like I don't know what your target batting average is. And if you try to get big winners and you just have like a 33% win rate, well, then you might want to hold on to it. But I mean, it is getting a little bit extended up here. Air's getting a little thin, coming up into that resistance. So, but like I said, it all. I mean, at the end of the day, it really comes down to your trading plan and how what your goals are. You know, like I'm not gonna trade this the same way you're gonna trade it probably. If I was in this, I mean, I probably would have gave it like a $2 stop loss, maybe $1.50, and I would have been out right there at 107 because I go for 1 hour targets. And I don't care if it goes to 110, 120. I don't care if it goes to 200. Like my target is 1 hour, so that's where I'm going to take my profit. So whatever your target is, that's what you should take profit. And before you enter any trade, there's three things you guys got to have. You got to have the entry, obviously. You got to have a stop loss. Have to have the stop loss. You got to manage your risk. And then the last thing you have to have is a target. It doesn't have to be like a set target, like I'm going to get out at 110. It can be like a trailing target, like maybe you trail out of a VWAP or you do like a pivot management so you don't exactly know your target, but you know when you're getting out. So if you are entering trades and you don't have an entry, a stop, and a target, then it's just gambling. I'm sorry, you might not want to hear that, but there's no other way to put it than just gambling. So you got to have that entry, you got to have that stop loss, and you got to have a target. Maybe it's a core trade and you just hold on to it forever, but I mean that's still a target. That's still a target. This plug's still doing okay. Still really like what this plug is doing. If we get over high today, I'm probably gonna raise my stop up to 820. Actually, I might go ahead and raise it a little bit right now. Where are we at? We got 12 cents out of 21, so just over half our risk. Thinking about raising. What's the 1 minute look like here? Any pivots here? Not really. 817. I might just raise it, guys. All right. It's still in the plug. I'm not going to raise it just yet, I suppose. I don't want to get tagged out. But, yeah, Microsoft's looking real choppy right now. Hey, thanks for the follow, T-Sticks. Hey, you have any questions about what I'm doing, maybe about what you're doing? Let me know. Throw it up in the chat log. It helps everybody. Ooh, I didn't notice this notification. What's new? Oh, the chart syncing. Oh, yeah. That's pretty sweet, actually. What does this do exactly? Oh, so you can, okay, I see. How about that? That's cool. So now you can do like, you can sync the symbols, but you can only sync like half the symbol. That's nice, actually. That's a really nice feature really nice feature. Whew. So now, like, if you wanted to just keep one chart on like the SPY, you mark all those and I guess you'd have to mark all these as what you want. You just leave that one on the SPY, but that's pretty sweet. Pretty slick little feature by TradingView. All right, guys, so plug is moving up right here. So I'm raising my stop to 820 on plug, 8.2 on plug. So we don't have like any risk, guys. Yeah, we got 0.2R risk, right? Original, what was it? I don't even know what the original stop was. Was it 13 cents? No, it wasn't that. It was 21 cents. That's what it was. 21. So now we got 4. Yeah, so about 0.2R risk on the plug there. Need just a little bit more out of that thing. Just a little bit more there. So now we're to the point where 0.9 plus. We do a little math. Sorry. So 1 point. What is the risk on Microsoft at the moment? It was $1.50. Now we're at $1.30. So now I do have a little bit of wiggle room. So if I needed to take a trade, if something really jumped out at me, I could definitely do that. Definitely do that if we need to. Guys, Tesla's still looking interesting. Ah, I should have traded this better, man. I should have done a better job on Tesla. I'm still interested in it, though, honestly. Do that same $2 stop. What's the best way to use your weekly watch list you share through Discord? So that's what I use for swing trading. So these swing trades, this is how I enter all these swing trades. Oh, I was about to say, like, why is that like that? But yeah, so I enter all my swing trades through. That's where I found all these positions. So swing trades are doing okay. Microsoft's doing real nice. Uh, and Rumble, sweet. Relight tagged us out, son of a gun. But then we exited Toll today too for a small gain. But yeah, that's what I do with the swing trade. The swing trade list. So every day, about I don't know midday, I'll go through this list and I'll flag all the ones that are interesting for a trade for the next day. And then each morning before the market opens, I go through the stocks that I flagged from the previous day and I look for entries on them. So every day I scan that list and look for potential trades, and then the next day I look to enter those trades. So that's how I use it. It's just my favorite ideas for the week for swing trading. So all right. I usually trade on the daily time frame. Most of these, almost every pattern that I take is on the daily time frame. I am looking at why are all these like this? Why are all my charts messed up? Yeah, but I usually trade on the daily. I will from time to time take like an hourly buy setup or something like that, but 9 times out of 10, the trades I'm taking here are daily breakouts, daily buy setups, that sort of thing. So like we entered this toast trade today, breakout. It was $1.67 on the stop, something like that. So that was today's trade. Yeah, that's that. Looking at Marvel, MRVO, a little bit extended up here, up a few days in a row. It's in that stage one too, kind of equal lows, equal highs after the stage four, getting over that 200. It does have some earnings coming up in about 4 days, so be mindful of that. You're getting in at 45.50, so you're getting in. It's a little bit extended up here. Stop at 43.69. So yeah, this thing could very easily pull back and tag you out. You see the 50% retracement is right in that $43 area, right where that kind of previous support is, right where that moving average is. So if it pulled back and bounced right there and then went higher, that wouldn't even be. That stock wouldn't have done anything wrong. So just be mindful of that. Your target's up here at 49. So yeah, I think you're due for some sort of correction before you get to 49. I think. I don't know if you just continue to rip higher. So either consolidation or pullback. And like I said, you do have earnings coming up in about 4 days, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of the earnings. Shit. All right, guys. It's Tesla. I'm really, really tempted on the Tesla. 233 stop loss. You're going to need just under that whole number, 187. Kind of a mid-level breakout. Markets are looking okay. Because Plug's still doing real good. Actually, I'm going break even on Plug. I'm going break even on Plug. Plug stop loss at break even. So no risk on that. And there goes Tesla. Son of a man, I should have done a better job on Tesla, guys. I really, really should have done a better job. It didn't even hit it literally trailed me out. It did not hit my full stop loss. So we would be up almost half an hour right here. Man, that's yeah, that is definitely my fault. Nobody else to blame. That's all right though. Like I said, we lost like 0.85 R, so it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. This DKNG still grinding up higher. There really wasn't a whole lot to do with this thing. Not even on the 1 minute. So we'll see if Microsoft can get it going, get it done. I really don't need a lot out of Microsoft, guys. Like, not at all. Like, This thing gives one big green bar, and we're basically a target. So yeah, Microsoft's still looking pretty good. It was $1.50 stop I gave it, right? 1927. Yeah. So I'm thinking about raising it up here a little bit. Maybe giving like a just under that whole number at 320. What would that be? Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna raise this up. I'm gonna give it the just a dollar stop, I suppose. I'm gonna go. What was it? No, yeah, 319.77. Duh, 319.77. So there's a stop, and we're raising that stop on Microsoft just a little bit. Just a bit. IQ is still very choppy. Right in the middle of that range, basically flat from where we opened at. Q is still chopping around. Plug. Man, we need just a little bit more out of plug, guys. Just another 3 pennies. So that thing went almost full target. Not quite. And Danny, I do give out the swing trade alerts. So like these trades that I enter, I do put those in the Discord as well. They're just in the trade alerts section. So yeah, that's for the premium. But yeah, so we put all these trades out and management as well. So I mean, we're break even on just about every one of these trades right now. Toll, we took a profit on today. Rely, we did get tagged out of this thing. I think it was like a half hour loss. Rumble, this is at full risk at the moment, but we will be raising that stop tomorrow. Microsoft is at break even, almost a full target there. This MDB, another one, stop loss at break even. DLTR is stop at break even, so we really don't have a whole lot of risk open. CRM, another one, stop at break even. So actually, the only trade out of these 8 that we have any risk on at all is the Rumble. This is the only one that's has any risk at all. Favorite sectors for this week? The favorite sectors were communication services, technology, consumer cyclical, and then financial was it was a bonus sector this week just because I thought there was a few financial stocks that looked good, but those are the top sectors: finance, consumer cyclical, technology, and comm services. How much is your capital? For swing trading, it's a $5,000 account. And then for day trading, I have a full account. So I'm over the PDT rule on day trading. All right, guys, plug. Come on, baby. Come on, big dog. Oof. Come on. Guys, can you guys do me a favor and just buy a little bit of plug? Just buy just a eensy bit just to get us to target. That's all I need. Help me out. Which means if you don't know what the PDT rule is, PDT, pattern day trading rule, go look it up. There you go. Pattern day trading rule, PDT rule, is it limits how many day trades you can take if you do not have a fully funded account. I'm not gonna. I could sit here and give you a whole lecture on the pattern day trading rule and all that good stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about it. I don't know if it's kind of annoying because it limits people about how much they can trade and what they can trade, but at the same time, it does protect people from losing excess money and stuff. I don't know. I mean, if you have a full account, I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I think it should be lowered maybe, but I don't know. It's debatable. I'm not the one making that decision anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I think. Come on, Microsoft. Need just a bit more out of the same. Guys, look what Microsoft's doing though. You talk about relative strength. Boom. Boom. That's what we like to see. It was very, very similar, and now the Qs are kind of consolidating. This thing's getting some strength. So Microsoft is now officially stronger than the Nasdaq. You're trying to start trading and quit 8 to 5 life. Top 3 advices. First advice is build a trading plan, and I guess just figure out what the trading business is all about. I mean, it's not an easy business. You're not gonna get rich quick. You're not gonna quit your day job in like 1 year from trading. Like this is a business. There's no other way around it. Like if you want to become a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, a dentist, and like any profession where you're making good money, it takes time. So just realize that, understand that more than anything. It will take time. It will. It's not going to be easy, but it is worth it in the end. Uh, and then my second advice, if you are under the pattern day trading rule, I would recommend maybe looking at swing trading. So these are where you hold trades for a couple days to a week at a time. That way you don't have to worry about the pattern day trading rule at all. You can just trade. You usually have 2 times leverage for that. Uh, and then my last advice is just get an education somewhere, somehow. Don't try to free ball it and be the guy who just teaches himself how to trade. It doesn't work out. Get an education somewhere. Uh, put the money in, put the time in if you're really serious about it. So I mean, there's 2 ways to think about the education thing. And I want to make another point. Before you get an education, make sure you do your research. Make sure you ask people who have taken the course before. Do not just blindly buy some sort of trading course, because there are a lot of bad ones out there. There are a lot of phony courses that aren't going to give you much, and they're going to take your money. But uh, if you do find a good course, the course I recommend is looking into live traders. So take a peek at live traders. They have a good course. Uh, but here's the thing about education. So you can either not get an education, or you can get an education. Those are your 2 options. If you get an education, well, you have to pay for the education. So you're going to put that money up front. You're going to get the education. And you're going to be trading. So you probably make that money back. If you don't get an education, you're still going to put that money up because you're just going to give it to the markets, though. Instead of giving that money to an education firm where you actually get something out of it, you actually learn something, you're just going to be giving your money to the markets because you don't know what you're doing. You probably don't have risk management. You don't have money management. So like, you can either give your money to the markets, which gives you nothing in return, or you can give your money to an education firm where you actually get an education and you have a chance to actually get it back. Because without an education, you're just going to be gambling. You can do it for free. You can find education and build a trading plan, but it's just going to be a lot more challenging, and it's probably going to take a lot more time. So I would just commit to the process, get that education, find a strategy that works for you, and then just consistency, man. Just putting in that time, putting in that work every single day. I mean, it's a grind, but once you get there, once you're trading full time, man, it'll be worth it. Swing trading used to be good in 18 and 20. Now it almost never works for me. And you might just have to alter your plan a little bit. I mean, you gotta trade with the markets. The reason it was so good in 18 and 20 was look at the markets. You could have bought anything. Look at this from 2018 to 2021. I mean, the market was up 80%. It didn't matter what you bought. You could have bought the worst stock, the worst company ever, and there's still probably a good chance it's going up because everything's going up. And that's what happens in a bull market. That's what happens. Bad traders make money, good traders make money, everybody's making money. And since then, look at what we've had. Downtrend, a ton of chop, a ton of slop. So you might have to alter your approach for a little bit. Instead of holding trades for weeks to months at a time where you just keep grinding, keep getting those gains, you might have to be scalping. You might have to get in and out of trades a couple days at a time, a couple weeks at a time. So you might have to just alter your approach to fit the market. The market really is the spy. You got to respect it. Last one, remember, I am using TradeStation. So TradeStation is the broker that I have. You can use, there's a lot of them. I think any broker that connects to TradingView is recommended by me. I know Interactive Brokers is another really good one. There's some other ones, but those two are probably my top recommendations: Interactive Brokers and TradeStation. Both of them can link up directly to TradingView, so you can enter your positions right here on TradingView. You don't need any other third-party platforms, so that makes it really nice and convenient. Uh, yeah. And last thing I'd say, last piece of advice: you should join my Lang Trading Discord. It's a free Discord. Got some good resources in there about building a trading plan, about getting started trading, that sort of thing. And I am in the live voice chat too, every day from 11 to 1 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in that live voice chat. So if you guys want to, if you have more in-depth questions that maybe you don't want to type up here or something like that, or just have a conversation, it's a great place to join, great place to do that. You get some actual personal help, some real answers to real questions. I mean, I've been in this business for almost 4 years now, so I know a thing or two about how it works and how difficult it can be. So if you're doubting yourself, maybe you have questions about how to get started, definitely check that out. Great resource, and like I said, it is free to join, so really don't have anything to lose. Tesla. Guys, my target was 186.11. It's like we would have been up a half hour right now. Would have been up a half hour. Son of a gun. There's Microsoft doing the deed though, so Microsoft should get it done, guys. We get over 322, it should be house money. Especially with the relative strength we're seeing now. Especially with that relative strength. See how the Qs are really chopping around and Microsoft is moving on up. So relative strength looking good. As plug is teasing me. I thought you guys were gonna help me out and buy some plug. What happened to that? What happened to that, man? What happened to you guys buying plug? You guys, you're killing me. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you guys. I need a little help. Need a little bit more out of plug. I need 3 pennies. What is that? What was my stop? 21 cent stop. So what was that? Oh, so we went 86% to target. Now we're pulling back here. Oof. 86% there. Pulling back. I think we should be good. If we get this 1 hour out of plug, this 1 hour out of Microsoft, we'll finish the day up an hour. Just over an hour. The Tesla, man. Urgh. Irks me. Irks me. Match. Oh, sorry, Casey. I missed that match. I saw it earlier and I was talking about something else. So thanks for retyping that. Match long 34. This one is in a downtrend, like quite a big downtrend. It doesn't even have that double bottom yet. So a little bit aggressive on that front. Getting in at 34 up here. Stop at 32.86. This is daily. That's a little bit tight. Oh yeah, man, this is up like one big bar. We don't have a whole lot of protection there. I mean, this thing is up quite a bit. If it pulled back, even a 50% retracement's probably going to tag you out. I mean, your stop loss is like right here. So be careful about that. But where's your target at? 36. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit tough. That one's a little bit tough. I mean, this is just a really big move. You got this 50 period moving average coming in. You see what happened last time. It got up here and got smacked by it. So, you know, that one's not my favorite trade by you, KT. I'm not going to lie. But as always, I trust you. I know you manage your money properly, and that's all that matters. So don't let anybody tell you, including me, don't let anybody tell you how to trade. Just you can take people's opinions into consideration, but as long as you manage your risk, you manage your money, forget about everything else. Forget about it. This is, at the end of the day, this is your trading plan. This is your business. So don't let anybody, any guru or furu tell you what you can and can't do. Just make sure you have your trading plan, you have your money management, and you're following it. And at the end of the day, there's nothing else you can do. There's Microsoft. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right. The markets are looking a little bit weak right here as well. Looking a little weak. Not even. Ooh, it's already almost 11 o'clock. Ooh, what happened to the time? Jeez, I wasn't even paying attention. So yeah, I'm gonna be calling it a day here in just a few minutes, guys. We'll be going, start doing some journaling, start doing some back testing, that sort of thing. So if you guys have any last minute questions or comments, make sure you are asking those. Yeah, ICPT ended up doing a real nice job, didn't it? 10.55 down a dollar. Actually, not too bad. Maybe we should have had a closer eye on that thing. Look at that bar replay right there, under low of the day. 67 cent stop loss right above VWAP. It's not too bad. Ended up down over a dollar. Not too shabby. Same with Nike, man. Some of these short ideas actually ended up being not too bad. Damn. Nike would have been tough taking this sell setup into a double bottom. So that was definitely more aggressive, but it's doing a good job so far. Doing it, and it's within trading range too. So I don't know. Not a bad idea on the Nike. Man, plug pulling in right now. Hope it doesn't go too much lower. We just need a little bit more. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be calling it a day here, guys. So it looks like you guys are all set on the questions. Like I said earlier, if you're not already in the Discord channel, make sure you join that. Link is in the description below, free to join. So make sure you check it out. And then, yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9:20 Eastern time, ready to get after it again. So I will see you guys then. As far as trades go, we lost about 0.9R on Tesla. Shame. And then we are stop is at break even on plug, so no risk on this one. Target's at 845. And then Microsoft, guys, I'm gonna raise this stop real fast before I get off here. $1.50 on the stop. I'm actually gonna give it a 50-cent stop loss. I mean, if it comes all the way back down below VWAP, I don't see it working. So 50-cent stop there, so 0.33R risk on that. 320.27. All right, there we go. Stop raised on Microsoft. So we have a third of an R risk here. Break even on plug. We're down about 0.8R, 0.9R on Tesla. It's locked. So should be a decent day. Worst case scenario, we lose just over an R. Best case, we're up an R. So not a bad day. Should have done a better job with the Tesla, but not the world's worst trade. So thanks everybody for tuning in. You guys are awesome. I will see you back here tomorrow morning. So take care, everybody. Have a great day.